Mr. Wiggly, how are you? In the past 20 years, computers have become an essential tool for our everyday life. From writing reports to creating video games to hanging out with your friends in a virtual chat room that spans across the internet. They've become much easier to use and much easier to set up, and alongside that, also much easier to maintain. The problem with ease of use is most people tend to set it and forget it. That meaning they take their computer and they put it underneath their desk, they hook it up, and then that's it. It never moves, it never sees the light of day, it just sits there for years and years and years. The problem with that is computers are dust magnets. Dust will settle on the top, dust will settle on the inside. And you may say that this is sealed. How does dust even get inside there? Well, there are fans on the outside on both sides of the computer, and the dust will flutter down, and the fans will suck them in. And then the gets sucked in, and it stays there, and it never comes out. Unless you do some maintenance. What happens if you don't do maintenance? Well, a dusty computer can shorten the lifespan by several years, and it can also, more importantly, cause fires. And you really don't want a fire because that would burn your house down. And that's really sad whenever I read online that somebody's house burnt down because of their computer and its lack of maintenance. So the importance of computer maintenance I can't stress enough, because it literally only takes 3 to 4 minutes to clean out your computer. So how do we get inside? Well, your computer may vary, but I have a Dell here, and all Dells have this little lever up on the top that you just pull, and the computer pops right open. And we can just set that off to the side there. Now we're inside, and this computer isn't super dusty. I cleaned it last month because I tried my best to be in a bi-monthly cleaning schedule to get inside and dust out my computer. You could probably go maybe every 6 months, 7 months at the longest, maybe a year if you really wanted to push it. But like I said, it's a dust magnet. It gets in there and it just sticks. So you've got, on the inside, you've got everything that runs the computer. You've got the heat sink, which keeps the motherboard and the processor cool. You've got the CD holder, which is where you put your CDs in for games or soundtracks, music. Behind it, if you pull a little knob here, is the hard drive. And that is essentially the brain of your computer. It's where all of your data is stored. If you create a spreadsheet for work and you save it, it goes to your hard drive. So that's where that is. And that snaps right back on there. And just slide it right back on in. Come on. It slides in there till it snaps. You've got your power supply over here, and that is what it does. It provides power to your computer. You plug in the back and it goes to your outlet. So it draws power from your outlet and into your computer. It's also got a little fan on it, and that kind of helps keep your computer cool. And then you've got the motherboard in the back, and that works in tandem with the hard drive to sort of be like the spinal cord that connects to the rest of your body, to your brain. And so all we're going to do, and like I said, it's really easy to clean this out. You just need a can of air. And any brand will do, just a can of air. They make vacuums for this kind of thing, but I don't trust vacuums because vacuums create static electricity. And as funny as it sounds, computers don't like static electricity. You can actually kill your computer with a small volt of just static generated from your socks or from a vacuum. So I just use a quick little can of air, and it's really simple to use. You just point it like a gun, and you pull the trigger, and it's really fun actually. You just get them. Um, but you got to be very careful with your can of air because there's liquid inside, and so if you angle this the wrong way, it will spit out liquid, and you'll be essentially pouring a glass of water with the can of air into your computer. So you really want to hold it steady and straight. And you just point it inside the computer about a foot back or so, point it in, pull the trigger, and you can already see some of the dust coming out of there. You get it in there and still hold it straight. Just gotta get it in all the little nooks and crevices. Ooh. And the can of air gets a little cold while you're spraying it. So if you need to pause for a second and shake your hand because it gets very cold. So let's continue spraying there. Very careful. And it already looks so much better. And now we're nice and dusted, we're nice and clean, and just that simple 2 to 3 minute dusting will expand the lifespan of your computer by several years. And then when you're done, you just grab your shell case, you stick it on, snap it shut, you're good to go. So hopefully, by routinely taking care of your computer, you can prevent fires, you can prevent the life of your computer, and you can expand it and stretch it out by several years even. So hopefully that's helpful. And I guess really my question to you is, when's the last time you opened your computer?